Hello everyone, Chance here. This will be Q&A number 9. If you would like me to answer your questions in the next Q&A, please comment all your questions, as many as you'd like, down in the comment section below on this video. It'd really mean a lot to me, and I really do appreciate all the questions I've been receiving. They're really creative, and they're just really nice. I really like the interaction this series is bringing on my channel, so I really appreciate that. The first question comes from Wolfie HD. He says, what phone do you have? Galaxy S5 as of now. He says, what do you want to see for the next COD? I would like to see a World War II era COD. I don't care if it's World at War II or Black Ops 3. I like World War II games. I always have. It's what, I guess, got Call of Duty big in the first place. That's what I liked. I like World War II weapons. I think they're awesome. He also says, are you getting Battlefield Hardline? Yes, I am. What is the best way to balance time in between YouTube and your personal life? It's hard because I have a job and a girlfriend, and that itself takes up almost all my time. That's why there's been a lack of uploads. But when I get a couple hours before work, I really like to sit down and make these videos. So I guess I like to wake up early. That's how I balance YouTube in my personal life. I just wake up earlier, get less sleep, and just try to stay on top of this YouTube hobby I have. Crolin, he says, congrats on 2,000 subscribers, man. You deserve it. Thank you very much. He also says PC or Mac. For me, PC, just because a Mac costs more than my PC did, but my PC has more power than a Mac. So, I mean, for me, in my YouTube and like how I like to just play games and video edit, I personally think PC. Jason Rhoda, he says, love the video. Thanks, man. He also says, how do you go about enlisting new players into your ranks for new people who are interested in joining? Air Force. What Air Force is like, we say Air Force because there was this guy who said that to us when we first started playing Airsoft, and he has a lisp. So he said Air Force instead of Air Force. And it was really funny because he was being an elitist, and we kind of mock him now for that because we wear ABU. That's our pattern in Airsoft. That's the camo I wear, and that's used by the United States Air Force. And we think it's funny that we say Air Force now. It's like our whole thing when we leave our like events and stuff. We just say Air Force, and I don't know. But how we go about enlisting people is we really don't enlist many people because we really don't care who's on the team. As long as we get along and communicate well, the one thing we require is dedication. And, of course, our pattern that we use. That's it. Because a lot of teams are like, you have to have a $400 M4, and it has to be an M4 so we can switch mags, and you have to have this sidearm, and you have to have this match gear and this helmet. It's like, do you even care about, like, the bonds you have or how talented they are at Airsoft, or do you just like your team to look like they have as much gear as possible? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. A lot of these teams really kind of bug me by that. But, I mean, for us, we just add people who, or I guess we bring on new people who are just dedicated. Stephanie Elkins, she says, where do you shop for airsoft guns? I personally shop at Evike, and I'm switching to a smaller company, probably Fox Airsoft, because I'm sick of these big companies treating me like shit all the time. Like, Airsoft Megastore is a fucking pile of shit. Airsplat sucks dick. All these companies, there's no need for you to spend all your hard-earned money at these giant retailers who don't give a fuck about you, who fuck you over constantly. It's just, it's bullshit. That they're the dominating companies in the United States, and they just treat their customers like shit. All of them do, even Evike. I don't care what anyone says. Evike's a pile of shit, just like all the rest of them. And I'm not trying to offend people by saying that. It's just the truth. I've gotten fucked over too many times by bullshit, and it's just, it's unreal that these are like the major retailers, and they treat you like crap. It's just, I'm done with it. I'm done supporting them. So I'm probably going to start shopping at Fox Airsoft or some smaller company. Plus, Fox Airsoft is the closest, I think, pro shop to my area. But I live in Wyoming, and Fox Airsoft is out of Colorado. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be switching from Evike to probably a smaller company. Wyatt Brady, he says, what is a good way to get started in Airsoft? And also, how do you film your gameplay? I want to get my own channel started, like you. I always want to support anyone who's interested in, I guess, the YouTube community. It's a lot of fun. If you are hesitant on it, just do it. It's a blast. Just get into it. But how I got started, a good way to get started in Airsoft, honestly, is just get a few friends, get a cheap gun, and just see if you like it. Don't spend a lot of money because you might not, but get a cheap gun, preferably one from a sporting goods store. And this sounds bad because I don't want people to think I'm an asshole for doing this, but go get like a $99 gun at Walmart, use it for your first weekend, and if you like the sport, take the gun back, get your $100 back with your receipt, and then go buy a gun online, a good gun. And that sounds really mean. I'm sorry, but I mean, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Are you gonna keep this shitty $100 gun that's gonna break in a week, or would you like to take it back, get your $100 back, and now you know you like this sport, and then go put that forward to a better gun? That's just my opinion. But just get some friends and just go out in your backyard, have a little spring war, go out somewhere out of town, somewhere where there's a nice wooded area or something, and just shoot each other. It's so fun. And how I capture all my gameplay is I use a GoPro on my head and I use a Contour Rum 2 on my gun facing myself. And then, of course, I just edit it afterwards. Mr. Mustache, he says, what is a good chest rig that you know of that is $50 to $100 range? I use a Lancer Tactical CA something. I can't remember, but it's like $55. But it has so much molly webbing. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. A lot of people buy plate carriers and chest rigs that are like $150, $200, and then they customize it their own. I bought a $55 chest rig that's great, took all the mags and everything off of it because it's just covered in molly webbing, and I put on my own mag pouches and made it my own vest for less than $70 when everyone else is paying $200 or more just for their own chest rig. I don't know. So I guess the Lancer Tactical, I believe it's like CA80 something. I can't really remember, but it's like a $55 to $65 vest, and I really like it. Hydration Gaming, he says, thanks for the feature, because I answered his question in the previous one. He also says, do you play any other games apart from the ones you post on YouTube? Yes, this is a massive thing I want to get out onto my channel. I don't just play Call of Duty and Battlefield and all these multiplayer games. I play many games. My old Xbox Live account had 57,000 gamer score, and my new one has 20, and I don't even try on that. I just have so many games. I've done like one of my first videos I did, actually no, I think it was my 300 subscriber video. It was a terrible video, but I just recorded my little setup, and right there I show a lot of my games I had on 360. And I play many games. I put a lot of time into many games. I play a lot of RPGs. I play a lot of arcade games. I play a lot of even like little kid games like Open Season back in the day. I just like games. I like any sort of game. But I only post the multiplayer ones because they're more engaging. They're better. They're more appealing, I guess, in the background of the video. Like right behind me now, there's multiplayer gameplay just because it's more entertaining opposed from single player footage. Oh my God, it's Cubes. He says, what would you first purchase if you had $1,000 for airsoft guns? A Polar Star Fusion engine. They're like $1,000. I want a Polar Star. I'm actually going to buy I believe I'm going to buy like a G&G or a G&P, like upper and lower. I'm going to customize it myself, but the Polar Star Fusion engine itself is like $500, but if you buy a complete gun, it's like $1,000. But I'm going to get just the Fusion engine, and I'm going to drop that into my own gun because Polar Stars, you can like customize anything. You can put 2-round bursts, 3-round bursts into them. You can customize the FPS from like the HPA and stuff. I'm still new to it, but I mean, you can do anything with it. You can shoot like 60 BBs a second from this engine that's powered off HPA. It's kind of unreal. It's a pneumatic system, but I'm still new to it. I don't know too much about it, but I would really like to get a Polar Star because they're unreal. All right, so the last question will be from my friend Noob Webs. He says, congrats on 3K, and he leaves me this really nice comment, and I really appreciate that. I don't want to read it right now because it will take a while. But he says, if you were not involved in Airsoft or YouTube, what do you think you'd be doing? I know you said before there isn't much where you live. What I would be doing, honestly, if I couldn't play Airsoft or YouTube or anything, and I guess gaming as well, I honestly don't know what I would do. I literally have no idea. Maybe ride dirt bikes. I used to really be into riding my dirt bike when I was younger, but I just kind of got out of that. Maybe bikes or something. I don't know. I really like to be outside, and I like bicycles and stuff. Like, that sounds weird, but I just like riding. I just like that. It just makes me feel really, I don't know what the word is. I don't know. It just clears my head and just makes me feel really comforted, and I don't know. It's just a nice thing. So I guess like bike riding in a way, I guess. So that will be it for this Q&A. If you guys would like to leave as many questions as you like down in the comment section below, and I mean, if you have a million questions, please leave a million of them. I'd really appreciate it so I can use them in the next episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys be safe, take care, and have a great day. See ya.